A month ago, we did our internship with the NGO ARCHELON. It's the Sea Turtle Protection Society of Greece. ARCHELON has many different projects all around Greece.
And we decided to go in Zakynthos because we found that it was an amazing project. We stayed there during the nesting season that begins from the end of April, beginning of May, and lasts until mid-July.
Hello, I'm Lena. I'm the monitoring leader.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I am a monitoring assistant.
I'm Cam. I'm the monitoring assistant.
I'm Serena. I'm the public awareness leader.
My name is Remy. I'm here to be the public awareness assistant.
I'm Hannah. I'm the camp and volunteer coordinator.
We all do a lot of field work, so locating nests and observing turtle tracks, taking data on that stuff.
We monitor all turtle activity in the Bay of Laganas.
Collecting data for morning surveys and night surveys and such.
Some nests we have to relocate.
A really important part would be to train volunteers, even basic stuff like measuring tapes and things like this, in order just to standardize everything. Beach that's protected by ARCHELON. Zakynthos is very good for the data collection solely because it's an amazing control of what should be happening. This is how we know it should be, and then this is how it is on every other beach. We don't place protection cages on the beach because the beach is off limits to the public. This means we don't have to, for example, dig for every nest that we find in order to place the cage in the exact correct spot. But this means we have to measure kind of a lot more precisely, and we take extra measurements that we wouldn't take on other beaches. So taking extra measurements really makes it easy to match, for example, when a nest is laid to when a nest hatches, and this way we gather the incubation data for all the nests. I think it's the most densely nested beach maybe in Europe, definitely in Greece. For example, last year we had upwards of 1,400 recorded nests, 700 of which were on Zakynthos.
For Yerakis, it's a very beautiful beach, very untouched. It's very beautiful sand. Gets a lot of nests. Yeah, it's quite protected. It's protected quite well, so we don't have as many problems with people. Well, Daphne is a very difficult beach for the turtles to nest on. It's very rocky.
Mine are very important because they're located in a really touristic part of the island, obviously. There's a lot of sunbeds, there's a lot of light pollution during the night, like a lot of noise pollution, stuff like that really affects the nesting turtles. It's very, very important that we have a presence there and that we're finding every single nest. It's incredibly important to protect these nests. You have people walking all over the beaches all of the time, and we don't want to lose them as nesting beaches. We've already lost the western part of Laganas because it was so overtaken by tourism. For us, it's incredibly important to know exactly where each clutch is. So we dig and we locate every single clutch every time we find a camouflage so that we can usually put a cage on it. Most of my beaches are completely caged. We just have different issues that we have to deal with. So I have a lot of dogs coming on my beaches as well. There's a lot more public awareness required in general. Every morning survey, I have people on the beach before 7, which is obviously not legal. I personally don't interact with them that much. That's more of a National Marine Park thing. Like for instance, this morning on Kalamaki we had a nest that was laid right between 2 rows of sunbeds, just in a very difficult spot. So my duty was just to find that nest, make sure it was protected with a cage and a fence, and then after that it became the National Marine Park's duty to speak with the sunbed owners and do all of that part of stuff.
There's a scientific committee that gives the data, analyzes the data, publishes papers, attends symposia. So mostly a nest count of like how many nests we had over the season, tagging data for example, so we do have a tagging program, excavation data too, so later after the nests start hatching, we start excavating them, and that gives us information on clutch size for example, hatching success, stuff like that.
PA is where we raise public awareness about the nesting situation in Zakynthos and the whole of Greece. So we do PA on boats. There are certain tours that we go with where we give presentations. We have presentations at hotels.
I'm in charge of the kiosks, so we have a few kiosks on the island where we inform people about the rules of the marine park. We inform people and try to raise funds. We have to train the volunteers with public awareness, tell them what is public awareness, how it should be done, and also we try to train speakers to do presentations in hotels. So we tell them everything about Archelon and also about the turtles. Sometimes they will have a question about the biology of the turtles, how long a turtle lives, how many eggs she can lay, how many nests do we have currently on the bay.
PA is important.
Yeah.
PA is important because many people don't actually know that this is such an important place for the turtles and for the entire ecosystem of the bay.
The public awareness, people will probably sit or lay on the nests, they will be on the beaches during the night, they will create noise disturbance, light disturbance, and turtles wouldn't be able to nest properly, and we will have less nests on the island.
Rude people. People don't care. We have issues with certain businesses that don't like the fact that we patrol the beaches and that we work with the marine park. A lot of sunbed owners don't like the fact that we are present. You have to be careful of what you say, how you say it.
I'm very upset when people break rules and laws on purpose, and when you come to them and you tell them you're not supposed to do this, and they say, oh no, I know, and I don't care. Sometimes it happens.
So we sell a lot of different stock. We also have an adoption program. They get to name the turtle, they get a certificate and everything. And also donations. Yeah, all of the money goes to the project.
It's my job to look after the volunteers, make sure their well-being is met and that the camp is a safe, healthy environment to live on, and also to organise the rota and the schedule and make sure that everything runs smoothly. Because if I wasn't here, then the camp would just be mayhem, like nothing would be clean. And it's really important that everything's clean, because if people get ill because it's dirty, then they won't be able to do the monitoring work, they won't be able to do the PA work. And the same if like things are dirty, people will come back to camp and think, this is horrible, I don't want to be here. People might leave and people won't want to like work as hard because they're not in like a nice environment.
Last year was a night survey and we were expecting like a very special female to come back, and she's just like one of the largest females that comes back here to nest. I don't remember how large she actually is, but we saw her on night survey and she's just so massive. It was amazing. Like when measuring her, like I've got very short arms, so I really had to like do my best to take measurements.
Well, I had a very good morning survey this morning. I had an amazing and very efficient team, and even though we weren't at our peak efficiency, I think we still did very well. This morning was the highest amount of nests recorded this year so far. That was obviously wonderful and amazing.
My very best morning survey, last year I went to Ericus with my really good friend Finn from Scotland, and we found 10 nests and did everything for them in 90 minutes. It was like the most efficient thing I've ever done in my entire life. It was amazing. It wasn't the worst, but it was just maybe the most chaotic and crazy. Last year we were releasing a turtle, Hermione, and so it was a really big event, and we told like a lot of people like on tour boats and stuff, like come and like watch this turtle be released. So of course like a huge crowd was gathering. So when they got to Kalamaki, they realized there was 6 nests and 1 relocation, and we had 2 hours until the release, and the relocation was right at the entrance. So we did a relocation with like 200 people like crowding around, and we were trying to push them back. And
I'm here because I like the turrets. Because I like turtles and I enjoy conservation and I want to do my bit for the environment.
I'm here because I was here last year. I also studied biology.
I'm here because I like to make friends, and obviously I've always wanted to feel like I was doing something, like contributing to something.
Honestly, it was something to do in the summer, but as I guess as I've been here, it's become more interesting.
Come on holiday here, so my way around. Don't really know of any of the programs, so just want to try this one.
My friend did it 2 years ago. She thoroughly enjoyed it, so I thought, why not give it a go as well. It's nice to do something positive for a change, otherwise we're going to hold like.
I love turtles and I love conservation work, I love the environment, something good and right.
I like to think humans can fix something rather than destroy everything.
PSB because you get to go on a boat. It's short and it's not very hectic, or it's just relaxing.
Mine's nah, to go on the boat, you get to swim, you don't have to sell stuff until like the end.
Morning survey.
Morning survey.
Yeah, morning survey or NAF.
Same, or NAF. PA-wise, definitely NAF.
Morning survey. It's more interesting.
It's because we are seeing exactly why we are here, why we are protecting the turtles, we are finding nests, we are like literally in the field and doing stuff, so
It's really cool seeing all the tracks and then walking up them, finding the nests and the eggs and doing all the measurements, and then yeah, just knowing later on they'll be baby turtles.
It's very satisfying to know like you found an egg, you're like, oh, there's 109 eggs.
Yeah.
It seems like what everyone said. You feel like you're actually doing something useful. Sometimes it can be disheartening when you talk to people and they're just like, you don't want to listen to you sometimes. With Crystal Shift, when you're monitoring, you feel like everything you're doing is like really yeah, sorry. You're kind of so
TSB because it's just on the boats when there's like 6 turtles an hour and there's no pressure.
I really like the NAF boat and also the morning surveys because when you get close to the turtle and you actually see why we're doing this.
Morning surveys.
Night service for me because I did them last year.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but that's because he's a boss man and we haven't done night service. I know, that's sort of the whole reason why you come here, innit? To experience things that no one else will get to do, and like Zakynthos pretty special and all that lot.
You're the only ones that get to do that.
Exactly.
Monitoring because you get to actually see what you're detecting, which is amazing. Also, I like NEF. You get to speak to nice people and you can be quite passionate and feel like people appreciate the passion.
Morning survey, and I can't wait for night surveys. But also I do enjoy just hanging out with everyone on camp and talking to all the volunteers.
The people.
Yeah, like there's so much
Everyone's
fun.
great.
Yeah, it's kind of been like a whole family. And now it's really big, there's loads of people. Like hopefully we'll all get to know each other again and it'll be really fun.
I think it's amazing because like it's so easy to just everyone's your friend because automatically like everyone's coming here to volunteer, they're not getting paid because they care about turtles, they care about conservation, so we already have that much in common. And then like in general that means that like it's a lot of very cool people living together, so it's kind of incredible that. And then like I don't know, just the general community, right? It's like a family.
If you just sat by yourself, you're never sat by yourself, and hearing loads of people's different experiences and hearing things that you might want to do, and then you can find your way of doing it by asking them like, oh, you've lived there, how can I live there, like things like that. Just hearing everyone else's different experiences is really great because it gives you different ideas as well. You're the most French I've met ever in my life, which is great.
I don't think you can ever really be bored when you're surrounded by so many people. It's nice living all together, being around like each other all the time.
It'd have to be the hammocks.
Yeah.
Just lying there doing absolutely nothing.
Cleo and Eloise.
It's the family you make here. Like, you create a family in here with everybody.
J'adore le Cleo et Eloise.
They are the best. Oh, baguette. Fromage.
Well, I like that it's a very international group of people. And you just grow close quite easily, I guess, because we spend so much time together.
Even when I arrived, I would speak completely differently because I had never really lived for a long time outside of Ireland. It really made me slow down my speaking, stop using nonsense words that only like me and 13 of my friends use. I have Archelon to thank for that, I should say. The general camp life, I really love. Meeting people, having people surprise you, seeing other people's work ethic and stuff like this really motivates me also.
All the people have been really nice and really good, really friendly.
Sharing experiences, creating such strong ties, and it's so nice.
I like hanging out in the hammocks.
Being able to sit at base camp table with people from all over the world and just have this beautiful like global merging of humour and laughs and music, and you get to meet some really incredible people that are interested in the same thing that you're doing.
If you're interested about what Archelon is or about the other projects, you can just check on the website, and also you can of course volunteer next year if you want. So thank you all.